Everybody, welcome to my plan with me for the week of May 20th through the 26th. I'm using this blue kit from Cricut Paper Co. I did have to cut it to fit in my storage. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So I'm just gonna show sideways, but I really like the colors in this kit. I think they're super fun. And then I have some just scripts I pulled in for this week because it is my father-in-law's birthday this week. And then for foil, I've got like a magenta / hot pink situation and then blue hollow. So some of this is like old Wiggle Wednesday stuff from Scribble Prints Co. I've got Plan Hannah, Plan With Me stickers, more of that Wiggle Rose Colored Days, more SPC, Plan Hannah, and then again, these are really cute. I like the letters, and I just thought the checkers would go well under it, but I mean, you have to have letters for Blue's Clues, I feel like, so I am excited. And I'll get right into the base. Okay, getting into the week, I am marking that it's May, and that script is from Kristen's planner. I'm also not using that. I just didn't have enough boxes to fill up the sidebar, so that's what I decided to do. And then this week was my father-in-law Scott's birthday week, so I definitely wanted to mark that. And then this was 1 week until I saw Chapel Run. I decided to use that By Pride sticker from Fox and Cactus just because I thought it was a really cute way of marking it. So Monday morning I filled my pills, then I did some drawing, and I folded laundry, and then I did laundry. Then I filmed a plan with me, and I watched more sex education. Got some Happy Mail this day. It was a vinyl, and I ordered it from a reseller. So I guess this was, well, it wasn't all my bad, but it's just kind of guesswork. But I got like a variant of a vinyl that was supposed to be yellow and black marbled. And when I got it, it looked like it was completely black. So I held it up to light, and there is marbling, but it is so dark you cannot see it. unless it's like in the sunlight. So it's fine. I still wanted the record because I really, really love the album. I am still happy I got it, and it kind of makes sense why the person wasn't selling it for a ton with it being almost not marbled. So after that, I filmed a plan with me. I did edit and upload. I'm guessing it was that plan with me that I just filmed. And then I laid down an off-camera base. I didn't mark every single one of those things, but I feel like I'm taking a little bit to put stuff down, so I wanted to talk about all of that. Then Tuesday, I got up early that day. I went to UPS and dropped off a package, and then I went to, actually it was a bunch of packages. I was returning a bunch of like records. Then I went to Target to pick up some medicine. On my way out, I did get Starbucks because I find it very hard to go to Target and not get Starbucks. It's like right by the entrance. And then I drove to Illinois. So I was looking through my CDs because yes, I still have CDs. And my car is a 2008, so it has a CD player. And I was kind of checking some of them because most of my CDs that are like mixed CDs or just stuff that I burned off of iTunes don't work in my car. So I was testing to see which ones did. And I really thought this one wouldn't, but I put in this mixed CD that my brother-in-law had made for my sister. And he was her first husband, so he made her a mix CD because he worked at the radio station at the time, and I really liked the music, so I asked him to make me one of the same music. So he made me a copy of it, and it actually works in my car, so that was really cool. I listened to the music, I cried some because it was emotional. And yeah, it was just a really good list. I made a Spotify playlist of it now so I can listen to it whenever, whether I'm in the car or not. But it was just a really cool thing to kind of stumble across because in June, it is going to be 10 years since he died. So I've been thinking about him a lot. And then I went and had Thai food with my mom because I owed her like a birthday lunch since I was sick for that. So that was really fun. I love Thai Taste, which is the place we went to. And we had just eaten there with my in-laws on, I think it was Saturday before, but I could eat there like multiple times a week and not get sick of it. So then I just hung out with my mom at her house afterwards. I had some plans later in the day, but nothing scheduled then. So I did some drawing while I was at her house, and we just kind of talked and caught up. And then she had mentioned that my sister's babysitter has a corgi. And so I was like, I need to meet this dog. So I got to go over there before I went and did my other plans and was able to meet this puppy. He is, I think, just about a year old now. But, oh my gosh, he's so energetic, adorable. Obviously, I have 2 Corgis, but it just never gets old. They're all so cute. So that was exciting. And then I went to Sarah's, and Christine and her and I had Mexican for dinner. And then we watched Mean Girls the musical, the movie, because Christine had not seen it when it was out in theaters. So we wanted to watch it together. And that was really fun. Sarah and I saw it when it was in theaters, so I had, seen it going into it, but it was fun to rewatch and kind of look at it a little bit analytically. It's just interesting the way we thought about the characters when we were younger, like when the first Mean Girls came out, is very different than how we think about it now. One of the things we did talk about was that, like, don't get me wrong, I love Janice, but she's a bully, and she does not, at least in this movie, take any accountability for that. She's just like, I'm sorry that you suck, was kind of the general sentiment of, like, her apology. So I thought that was interesting because I didn't think anything of it when I was a teenager, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, like, she was pretty flawed too. They're all high schoolers, and I mean, humans. So of course nobody's perfect, but yeah, it was just interesting to have that discussion with them. And then we listened to Ben Platt's new album, Honey Mind, because it was not out at this point. It didn't actually come out until the 31st, but Sarah pre-ordered the record, and it just, like, came super early. Like, she got it the day before this, so that was wild. But we listened to that for, like, our little music club, and that was fun. And then Christine went home, and Sarah and I kind of talked some logistics because we had, like, a trip to Nashville coming up and just some things we needed to hash out. So we talked for a bit, and then I did go home, and I had a Bleachers jam sesh because that is who we were seeing in Nashville, and I did some planning as well. Wednesday morning, I just had some phone time, so I'm sure that meant I was, like, playing Emoji Blitz or scrolling or some of both. And then I edited and uploaded a plan with me. So I must have been pre-uploading these because I uploaded one on Monday too. But then I showered and shaved, which I hate that it's shaving season again, but it is. I'm not a big summer person in general, but I might be getting slightly converted this year. This day I was going to meet Sarah at a winery, and I got stuck in just, like, a mess of construction because I typically can avoid it. There's two different ways to go to Illinois, but the way to get to the wineries in Illinois, I had to go the way where there was construction. So it took me, like, twice as long to get there, which sucked because I would have left sooner if I knew, but that's okay. I got to the winery, so we went to a couple of them. We went to Starview first because we are a wine club member, or I guess I am, but we, like, share it. We split the box, so once every quarter we go in and get, like, half a case of wine, and we get a discount on it, and we get discounts on, like, stuff there. We went to Blue Sky because I am also a wine club member there, and I had to pick up my, like, quarterly wines there. I just get 4 of them because it's just mine. And I had my glitter in my purse, so we did decide to put some glitter in our wine because we're just obsessed right now. And we sat in the grass. There's a lake there, so we sat in the grass by the lake. It was just really nice out. It was sunny, but there was a breeze, and it was just a really beautiful day to be out. So I'm glad we went that day. Then we did go back to Sarah's to have Chinese food, and then I drove myself home. And I did want to mention the Corks sticker is from my shop, Corks and Corgs Co., which is on Etsy if you are interested. And pretty much all the stickers that I use in my spreads are Misfits, like, oops stickers, but the ones that I sell, like, aren't off-cut or anything like that. I am planning on having another release at the end of June. I'm hoping, depending on how much time I'm able to spend on drawing, that it is a bit of a bigger release, but since I'm going on a trip here, as of the day I'm filming it, I'm going tomorrow, I just don't know for sure what I'm going to be able to get done yet. So all that to say, if you want to keep up to date on like release schedule and stuff like that, just follow me on Instagram at Corks and Corgs Co as well, which I've got my shop and the Instagram handle linked in the description. Oh my gosh, what am I doing with this box? These vinyl stickers are kind of hard to work with sometimes. They're all stretchy. Thursday morning, I was doing a lot of stuff. So I cleaned our bathrooms. I did the dishes. I kind of tidied up like our table area upstairs because it just tends to get cluttered since we don't typically eat up there. We usually eat downstairs. And after I did all of that, I watched Abbott Elementary. This might have been when I finished watching it. I know whenever the finale came out, Domi was like, you have to watch it so we can talk about it. So I think this might have been the week, but I'm planning so far behind like what I'm living that I'm not 100% sure. But after watching Abbott, which by the way, I loved the ending of, if you have watched it, feel free to message me so we can discuss because it's so good. After that, I had a jam sesh. I was listening to more Bleachers because I knew some of their music, but I wanted to listen to more of it before we went to see them, just because I feel like I kind of appreciate a concert more when I know the music ahead of time, at least for the headliners. So then I watched Vanderpump Villa, which I think this might have been the day where I watched the reunion, and then I did some drawing. I watched the Valley and then the Vanderpump Rules reunion. And then I watched the new episode of Evil, and I finished the current season of Ghosts. So lots of TV shows. But a lot of them are like done for the summer, which honestly the reality TV shows I'm kind of like fine with because they're just a lot. But some of the other shows I'm sad about. Like I just don't want to wait to find out what happens next with Abbott, but I have to. So Friday was my father-in-law's birthday, and we didn't do anything on his actual birthday because he did have to work. And since it was a Friday, if he had come over, if we had come over to their place, it just would have been limited time. The first thing I did that day was I purchased a pre-order. So there was a Boys Like Girls vinyl pre-order that was going on. Or I guess it wasn't a pre-order. It was just a repress of their album. And it's really pretty. It's like 3 different colors. And if I think about it, I'll insert a picture. Let me know if you like me doing that. I feel like I have no clue if anybody is enjoying me putting in photos and videos of things I did that week that I talk about, or if I should just like not bother. Let me know. And if you want me to do more of the saying where stickers are from type of thing, I can do that. I just found that I had too much to talk about a lot of weeks, that it was getting too difficult. Let me know, leave me a comment. So after doing that order and then I drew just a little bit, I went on some errands with my husband. So we went to Target because I needed to do some returns, and I also wanted to pick up a swimsuit top because I was returning one that didn't work. And then we got some Starbucks while we were there. We went to Lowe's for quite a while because that's kind of how it always goes. Then we went to the mall because I needed to also do an Old Navy return. And while we were there, we just kind of walked around the mall together because I didn't know what all was in there. There's a lot of stuff in the mall here, like near me, which is wild because the one in my hometown is pretty dead. But we went to Bath and Body Works and got like him some body wash, and then I found that they have glitter body spray, so I of course had to get that. I have used it. I wore a bunch of it for a concert, so yeah, that was super exciting. So then when I got home, I was just really achy. I don't know if it was from the activity or what, but I had a jam sesh just hanging out in my living room, and then I worked on some graphics. I have no idea what for because I didn't write it, so I'm assuming they were either listing or Instagram graphics. Then we had some Taco Bell and watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. I watched Pretty Little Liars Original Sin because the new season is going right now. And I love it. If anybody who watches my videos watches it, please let me know because I feel like I don't have anyone to talk to about it. But it's really good. There's one character that's been making me really mad. I just don't understand why, like, they're even in the show. I don't want to spoil it for anybody if they do want to watch it. So, yeah, just message me if you want to discuss. Then I did some drawing this evening. And I did watch some more TV shows and had insomnia. I think this was maybe around the time where my insomnia started getting really bad. It's just been rough trying to sleep lately. So if you've noticed I sound tired in my videos, that is why. I feel like the last few I've edited, I have sounded tired, but I am. So on Saturday, I got up early, took a shower, and then my in-laws got here because we were going to be spending the day with them since it was my father-in-law's birthday the day before. And what he wanted to do for his birthday was do work on our house, which I was like, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, I'm not going to complain." But him and my husband were just working on house stuff all day while my mother-in-law and I kind of hung out. There wasn't a ton of stuff we could help with, but they like installed an electrical outlet to go from the house to the pool pump with a timer and everything. And his dad used to be an electrician, so like he knows what he's doing with all this stuff. We also got a grill because Sarah was giving away her grill, so my in-laws brought it and they got that cleaned, moved our pool ladder to where it actually needed to be functional, just moved around some like hooks and stuff for swim towels. They installed a fan in our porch because we had a fan that was there when we moved in, but it had no pull chain. It's way up high, like it's a really high ceiling, and the remote was broken. Like we tried changing batteries and getting a new remote and it just would not work. So we got a new fan, which is really nice because now we can have the light on without having the fan on and vice versa. And then they did some like electrical work under our stairs because I eventually want like a little reading room down there. So there's like a light down there at the moment. And then they also trimmed our bushes, which were way overdue for it, and knocked down a hornet's nest in a very inconvenient place. So thankfully that is gone now. But after all of that, of course, we did not want to cook, and that wasn't the plan anyway. So we did go to a place near us called TJ's. They have burgers, wings, pizza, and some other stuff too. But I got wings, so the wings were delicious, and this restaurant is super accommodating with dietary needs. Like, they have gluten-free options, and I asked about some of the sauces for the wings, and they not only checked to make sure it was gluten-free, but brought me photos. Like, the girl took photos on her phone of the ingredients just so I could double check it, which was really, really nice because I've never had someone go that above and beyond at a restaurant before for something like that. So I really appreciated it, and the food is delicious too. So it's definitely somewhere we will be eating at again. This was our second time eating there, actually. So after that, we came back to our house and had dessert. Everybody but me had pie, and I had some like pudding. We opened a bottle of wine and just relaxed on the porch together. And my in-laws had to go home and like take care of their dog. So they left, and then my husband and I just like stuck our feet in the pool and kind of hung out outside, which was really nice to be able to do. It was just a really pretty day at that point because it was getting not darker, but it was just getting closer to nighttime. And then I ended the night by reading. So Sunday morning, my husband and I played Princess Peach Showtime, which is super fun. It's not a multiplayer game, but we just trade off levels and make it one. So you get to be like all sorts of different types of characters as Peach, like Detective Peach, Pastry Chef Peach, all sorts of stuff. So it's really fun. I really enjoy it. It's not super hard because I get really frustrated easily with games if they're too difficult and then just don't want to play them. So I like this one. And I ended up taking a nap. There was stuff I did like before falling asleep. Like, we had lunch and I put in a grocery order to get delivered later that evening. So I didn't just like wake up, play games, and then fall asleep, but there just was interesting stuff to mark. So after I took a nap, we did get our grocery delivery, and then we had a little movie night. We watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I don't really know how to describe, but I really liked it and I recommend it. It's just a wild ride, and the title says a lot about it. Afterwards, I did some planning and listened to music, and then we did have some severe thunderstorms, so our power was flickering. So it was really good we watched the movie when we did, so we didn't have to deal with any of that. And then I ended the night by watching Pretty Little Liars Original Sin. I decided to rewatch the show because there was a lot of stuff I didn't remember from season 1. So yeah, I just wanted to refresh myself. But that is my week in full. I think this kit is really cute, but I am glad to not have to deal with the labels anymore, because I didn't realize when I was using these foiled icons, which I never use, that I was going to have to white out the backs of them, so that was a bit more challenging. But I still think it looks cute. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!